Protecting our water supply. The Southern Nevada Water Authority is using some cutting-edge technology and scuba divers to do some underground water inspections.
And only on Fox 5, our Danny Maston shows us the process and the divers in action.
Providing a safe and reliable water system.
We're looking for corrosion, exposed rebar, valves if there's any damage to our valves.
The Southern Nevada Water Authority is diving into the newest tech.
Here we go. Remote operated vehicles, we can get inside these reservoirs unmanned. It's a little bit safer, it's a little bit quicker for us to respond to and get in the equipment.
Senior maintenance engineer Chris Augustine says they then bring in divers who go underground and into the reservoirs to do further inspections and make changes.
The things that we can identify, make recommendations on, and get the divers here with the proper equipment and parts that they need to perform those services.
This is where it all happens. The scuba divers will open up the hatch here, go down into this reservoir to start their inspection.
We use diving outfits. We've been using the divers since the 80s to do inspections of our reservoirs.
They also use what are called pipe crawlers, which are robot-like devices with cameras that check pipes and transmission lines.
Great cameras on our pipe crawlers that can pan, tilt, and zoom. We can take observations, create work orders for our operation and maintenance folks to come out and perform any repairs on things that we may find.
SNWA gets their equipment from various vendors in places like Canada and Florida, and their divers come from all over.
There is a small outfit that lives here, but they also go to California, Arizona, and other parts, so we definitely want to make sure that we get them scheduled in a timely fashion.
I asked how often they do these inspections.
Sometimes it's an unplanned nature, but we also do have an extensive outage program here at Southern Nevada Water Authority where we have 6 months out of the year we'll do outages to inspect some of our more critical pipelines.
Augustine shares why all of this is important to our water supply.
Water conservation, we're able to do these inspections while the reservoirs are full of water, while the pipelines are full of water. Decreases the amount of water that we have to discharge to the street in order to get access to these facilities.
I'm Danny Maston, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas Valley Water District has approximately 42 facilities within the valley. Together, they can store over 900 million gallons.